saw a clip the other day of somebody interviewing Trevor Noah talking about what it's like to um, not be able to go out in public without people noticing you. And he was talking about the idea that if you're at a coffee shop talking with a friend and you're retelling a story, and in the story you're talking about how somebody was like yelling at somebody, the person watching doesn't know that you're not yelling at the person that you're talking with. And the next thing you know, there'd be a headline saying, Trevor Noah yelling at his companion. And it got me to thinking about the idea that all of us struggle with what are people going to think about us? And especially for those people who are going through getting sober or in recovery, oftentimes there's a lot of shame and stigma, and we worry that if people know that we've quit drinking, that they're going to judge us, particularly for the past things we've done, or even for just being, a week or less than. And I had a podcast interview just now with Marcy Hopkins, who she's been in front of the camera for most of her career before she was drinking and since then, or before she quit drinking and since then. And she talked about how when she got sober, she made the decision just to tell people that she was on a health kick and not drinking was part of it. And people sort of accepted that at face value because they all knew her as a big partier. But what happened was that because she was growing and changing and turning into the person that she was always meant to be, instead of just this person who was careening from chaos to chaos, that's what people started to notice. And it led to her creating a TV show and then morphing it into a podcast and some books. And during that time, she realized there comes a moment when we need to step into our authentic story and say the things out loud and share the stories out loud, because everybody knows somebody who is struggling with alcohol or drugs in some way, shape, or form. And if we don't know what happened, if we don't know the journey of going down in the dark days and then rising back up in the better days, how is there hope? How can we be there for each other? How can we normalize this conversation and support one another through these journeys if we don't speak up about it? It was a really, really beautiful podcast, and I hope that you'll join us for it.